Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 2, Episode 9 of the originals, The Map of Moments. So, last time we ended with Klaus and Hayley coming together and leaving the compound to be reunited with Hope. Now, unfortunately, these are not under the best circumstances, as the reason they are going to have to meet up with Rebecca and Hope is that Elijah has basically lost his mind. So it's not going to be the most joyous family reunion, but I'm very excited to see everyone come together again, as it has been way too long. So yes, with that said, let's jump back in to the world of the originals. What the fuck is going on here? So I assume she's a witch?
Alright, darling. You know what to look for.
Oh shit, okay. Oh, because of course, this was when Cole was still around. I keep forgetting about that period of time because, like, my headcanon was that, like, he had been daggered for ages. Like, centuries.
You sly old bat.
That is actually so fucking smart.
This little beauty and I have a date with a dagger.
To use that as, like, a bottle stopper.
And after a little digging, I formed a theory as to our culprit. So we followed our suspect.
And he led us here, to the mansion of the recently deceased Dowager Foley.
Recently deceased. Interesting.
Most notably, of course, the perfect Paragon Diamond.
Oh shit, they know. Do they know what it can do, though? Wait, huh?
You see, those women will never leave that house again.
Excuse me? Also, you're just gonna leave them in there to starve to death? Okay. An interesting start to the episode.
I found a 2005 Bordeaux. Fancy a sip?
I appreciate the sentiment, Rebecca, but I do recognize when I'm being handled with kid gloves.
Yeah, I was gonna say interesting. So where are they right now? Are they back at Rebecca's place, or have they gone back to New Orleans? I would assume not, with Esther around and everything. So I think the safe assumption is they're at Rebecca's. But bless, so Elijah is conscious and talking. I wonder how all of this is going to go. Are we going to have like a kind of intervention and a discussion over Elijah's mental state? I mean, they don't exactly have a witch with them, so it's not like they can try and like magically cure him or something. So I assume it's going to be more of a human conversation.
No, you mean to, Elijah.
And yet you found it necessary to render me unconscious before bringing me here.
Well, you weren't
Elijah,
yourself.
you murdered an entire diner.
My job is to keep her safe.
Problem there is, Elijah, by killing all of those people, you're doing the opposite because you're drawing way too much attention.
Fair dues, Marcel. I think I'd be a bit testy too if my old ex was about to jump into my new ex. I think that would be a bit,
Awkward?
Yep.
100 years ago, I had it in my hand. Then Marcel ratted me out to Klaus, and they took it. He probably bloody well kept it.
So let's steal it back.
So we gotta find it, okay. I mean, Marcel does have that shelf of things. Maybe it's on there. Either that or if it's in Dammy. Oh my god. Either that or it's in Cammy's place. You know, Father Kieran's thing. Oh. Oh, shit.
You're making a mess of my werewolf centuries, Michael.
And you're up to your old tricks.
Oh my god. The reunion.
That would explain why you brought your lover back from the other side without so much as a thought of me.
Oh, fuck off.
Do not mention the bastard son!
Strike me. I imagine you've been waiting 1,000 years to do so.
Wow.
Now that you've gotten that out your system,
Ooh.
we have things to discuss about our children.
I'm sorry for all the hate that I have for Esther. I do love her as a character. Like, she brings the drama. But yeah, so we finally had our first interaction between Esther and Michael, and it was an interesting one. It's just like, I look at those two and all I see are two horrible parents, you know? Like, they both have done a horrendous job. I mean, it's like, I do enjoy Esther for the drama that she brings and everything, but like, as a mother, to make Klaus weak, therefore resulting in Michael beating him up and abusing him so that your affair would not come out, that is the worst thing I've ever like heard, you know? Like, what kind of mother are you to do that to your own child? And then obviously Michael, even now, never being able to consider Klaus a son, even the idea of bringing him up brought such a rage out from Michael, and it's just fascinating as to why he has so much hatred for him. Klaus is the one who, in that regard, has done absolutely nothing wrong. It's just revolting to see these two people so lost in their own minds about the, I don't know, about like the justice that needs to be served, you know? If anything, after all of the stuff that you two have done, just let your kids fucking live in peace.
Why is our family always at war?
I don't know. Being away with Hope made me see things differently.
Yeah, she's the glue.
We're not so bad.
She is the hope, the positive light. Oh, the way Hayley just immediately runs out. Ah! Hi. Oh, stop. Oh, bless. I love that they called her Hope, because like just the joy and the happiness that she brings to these people. Absolutely beautiful.
Well, no wonder Finn hates us. He lost the sister he adored and instead got a judgy pack of siblings who found him unbearably dull.
I mean, he is fucking unbearably dull. Let's just be real.
Abel's over 1,000 years old. Dahlia's long dead.
Like Esther.
I was going to say, in this show, you can't say that someone's long dead.
Before we light it, we write down our wishes for each other to burn for luck. It was Cole's favorite part when we were kids.
There's further evidence as to why we should ignore it.
I do honestly want to get into Cole's background fully, like from the very beginning. What was he like towards his siblings? Because if we genuinely see that in the very beginning he was different and he was like a decent person towards them and all of that, then I will understand. But if we go back in time and Cole is exactly the way that we've seen him so far, I will completely understand why he's basically been shunned by his other siblings, you know? Like, he brings chaos. And to a family of people who are currently running from their father because he wants to kill them, someone who brings chaos and brings attention is not someone that you're going to exactly be happy with. So I assume that that is where the majority of their issues with Cole stem from. But it is intriguing to find out more about his like mentality of his family and like what he, like how he views his family and how they see him.
I need to talk to him.
You're not talking to Finn.
Maybe he'll listen. Maybe he'll call his mom off.
We cannot risk letting Finn out of that.
I highly suggest you avoid trying to control me between now and then.
Yikes. This is a bad idea though, Cammy. It is risky letting Finn out.
You do realize it is not I who is to be the husband you can boss around.
You do realize that I had to endure horrendous labor and actual death birthing the child that you're holding.
Yeah. She went through the worst childbirth in history. Allow her to have her baby.
Tell Elijah you're marrying your werewolf suitor, at which point I will pour him a scotch and congratulate him on the bullet he dodged.
Oh my god. Okay. She threw it on the floor though. I wonder if Elijah's gonna find that. Okay. I was thinking he might have somehow got the shackles off and is like ready to fight, but okay.
You're a compassionate woman, Camille. It's your fatal flaw.
Wow.
And it will be your downfall.
Lovely. Nice. Thanks.
Maybe in some comic book universe.
You don't even see it, but I'm trying to help people like you. I will not stop until every single vampire in New Orleans has ceased to exist, and I will show no mercy to anyone.
Jesus Christ. Obviously, I would have finished the scene and all of that, but I just, so much was said there. Obviously, firstly, he was calling Cammy out about her idea of empathy being a moving target and that people can be redeemed, but he doesn't believe in redemption, which is fascinating because this is the first time that we've seen Finn steer away from his mother. I mean, he has literally been her lapdog. He's been her little bitch, just following every word that she says, believing in her, wanting to do whatever she wants because he knows that she is right, you know? And so to hear him steer away and say, like, even my own mother believes in it, but I don't, is fascinating because, I don't know, Finn's always been a very interesting person to me, only because compared to the other siblings, we've had such little time with Finn, so it's been really hard to understand his inner workings other than being Esther's little bitch, you know? Like, other than that, I don't really know how else to describe Finn. So I like that we're getting a little bit of a deep dive into his mind, but the whole idea of good and evil, it's been said time and time again, everyone has a bit of good, everyone has a bit of evil. You just need to make sure that what you consider good outweighs whatever evil parts you have inside you, you know? The world is not black and white. The world is not plain and simple good and evil. It's just, you can't simplify the world into that. And say what you want, Finn, I genuinely think that Klaus can be redeemed and is currently changing. I think that if we look back to the first few episodes that we had of Klaus in the Vampire Diaries and we compare that to him now, he's a very different person. Even if you take it back to season 1 of the originals and compare it to now, Klaus is a different person. Hope changed him. Hope has turned him into a much better person. And she's not even been around him. Like, imagine what would happen if they actually got to be a family with Hope around. That would be incredible. Obviously, I know that Finn does not know that. Finn thinks that Hope is dead and all of that. But, he should still be able to sense the shift in Klaus already. And I personally have begun to like Klaus. I mean, throughout the series, I've always said that I'm not Klaus's biggest fan. I haven't enjoyed him. I've enjoyed him as a villain and all that, but I haven't enjoyed him as a person. And he's been someone who constantly frustrates me. Whereas in recent times, I'm genuinely liking him. And I'm enjoying seeing him on the screen and going about his day, you know? So if that is a change that I have noticed, you as his brother should be able to notice it too. Oh, Elijah.
What is it you see when you go away like that?
Images of who I was. I suppose that's her way of demonstrating it. I'd be better off taking her deal.
Leave your body behind.
This is why I'm confused. Is it a spell that is constantly digging up these emotions? Or is it just through what happened, he is, like, in a way that humans do, living through the trauma every day and it's constantly coming back up? Because we know that she did some kind of spell right before she let him go, which is why I think that this is, like, the way he said a parting gift. That's why I think that this might be magical in nature and that it's a spell that is constantly digging these emotions up to keep him seeing the thing that he hates about himself so that he will take her deal, you know? But I feel like I need some clarification on that.
Sometimes even her darkest deeds
Possess a logic that's difficult to refute.
Yeah.
She has Cole, she has Finn. Perhaps, in the end, a simple majority will do.
But they won't just then let you guys live, you know? Like, she'll never stop. I don't think it's that simple as, like, the majority wins.
There's not much to say, really. She was always their girl. There was one time, though, she did me a solid. Back in Christmas 1914.
Okay. You know me, guys. Fucking love flashbacks.
You've suffered at his hands more than anyone. And it's not like we'd be killing him. Just giving you some time to be with Marcel.
Wow.
You can count me in. But do hurry downstairs. And throw on one of Nick's jackets. He'll notice your absence if you're late.
Was she actually with him, though?
Only Klaus is the virtuoso of cramming his siblings into confined spaces.
Well, I'm
wow. Oh my God, Elijah.
My mentally ill brother only took.
Oh, please show us. Yeah. Was it cute?
I wish that it could always be like this.
I know.
Wishes were horses.
Beggars would ride.
I'm sorry, but just looking at that photo, look at Klaus's face. Just like, sexy, mysterious. Oh, and he just got Rebecca and Hayley with the baby. Bless them.
We can't risk it falling into the wrong hands.
Yeah. It's physical evidence. You'll still have the memory of this day, though.
We deserve this. We've earned this.
Yeah, I agree.
I won't let it slip away.
Your parents are fucking monsters.
I know what to do to stop Esther.
Rebecca, no.
I'm gonna take her deal. And when I do, I'm taking her down with me.
Wow. What do you mean? What do you mean you're taking her down with you? Intriguing. But no, I don't want to lose Rebecca's actress. Like, come on.
If I knew how to bloody stop her from jumping, don't you think I would have happily murdered her ages ago?
Well, ages ago,
If you were human.
when I'm old and wrinkly, you can dump me back into my old body. Nick already has a coffin he can store me in.
To trust Cole.
That's easier said than done, Rebecca. Like, what if you die from a mortal death? What if someone shoots you? Like,
Cole will do what's best for Cole. We just have to meet his price.
that is very true.
If you want me to find a new body for Rebecca, I want the Folian diamond you stole from me back in 1914.
Damn.
We get free of my wackadoodle mum. I acquire the means by which to defend myself against a volatile brother, should the need arise, and all goes well, perhaps you'll let me near Davina without bodily harm.
It's like, it makes sense logically, and that is technically a fair deal, but that just means that you're kind of exchanging one threat for another. Like, you're exchanging the threat of Esther for the threat of Cole now, so it's like, eh.
You are mad to give Cole that diamond.
Our little brother has been plotting against me for years and he hasn't got a lick of it right. I'll take my chances.
That's so funny. He's like, Rebecca, he's tried before, he's failed, let's just not even talk about it.
So quiet with Klaus and Rebecca gone.
Time to open up, Hayley.
But there's a catch. I have to marry Jackson.
Uh-oh.
Same time, I couldn't marry him and still be involved with you. I should just...
Oh my God, Elijah. Not gonna lie, that gave me butterflies. Pull me in like that, damn.
The only way that the city will be safe for Hope's return is if you have unified your people and I have unified my own.
I thought he'd have this reaction.
This is my wish for you.
You are a very good man, Elijah. I love you. You deserve happiness as well, mate. I hope you find it. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's just have one little night and then and then we'll get on with the marriage to Jackson. Okay.
Does she know what's about to happen to her?
It's better when they don't know, love.
I knew Cammy would have this reaction. You probably shouldn't have told Cammy.
And the only way she won't suspect me is if I bring back the thing that I was sent to find.
And that thing is...
The white oak steak.
Are you out?
Oh my god.
I swear, as soon as she's gone, I'll give it right back to Klaus.
Like hell you will.
Yeah, fuck off.
We are doing this for the good of our family. Do I have your word that for once you will honor that?
Wow, for once.
You have my word, Nick.
I'll get the steak.
Okay, Klaus. Makes sense now that he's seen Hope and everything. Those feelings would be heightened.
I'm afraid Finn may have fallen into the hands of your brothers, but I've made a plan to assist him with that dilemma while I continue my search for Rebecca.
Oh, shit.
Hello, sister.
Wow.
Cole, it really is you. I would know that smirk anywhere.
Interesting. We never get Rebecca Esther moments.
It'll work. When Rebecca attacks, Esther won't be able to jump her into you or herself anywhere else.
And we're sure Caleb is on board?
Like Elijah, he doesn't give his word lightly.
That's cool. That's a nice thing to know about, Cole.
You are my only child, capable of unfettered joy, and you're happiest amongst humans. I've seen you yearn for that life, for love.
She's watched you your whole life.
Another 1,000 years of never having what you want, or a handful of years when you do.
Wow, that is one way to put it. Not gonna lie, that is a strong sales pitch. Nice.
It's working.
I wonder if Esther's gonna know that something's up. I don't think she does right now.
What the bloody hell is that doing here?
As each of you comes to your senses and takes my offer, I will destroy your vampire bodies.
Oh my god.
Stop the spell!
The spell is already done. I prepared it to be locked in the moment I turned over the hourglass.
Wow. I swear to fucking God, we are not having Rebecca transfer bodies and then destroying her old one, i.e. having the actress basically gone and just having this new person. I refuse to have that happen. Rebecca's actress is one of my favorites of any of them. The show will not be the same without her. It was the same way that I was talking about Elijah the other day, about how I could not see Elijah if he was in a different body. The same way we look at Cole. I can't see Cole as Cole. Even after all this time, I still can't see that as the same person. So please, please, please do not get rid of one of my favorite characters.
Anything is possible. Take me instead.
Nick, no!
If only you'd taken my offer when it was still mine to give. Unfortunately, you've left me no choice but to make a deal with Michael.
Wow.
When Finn and Cole went missing, I needed a new ally.
Oh no. Has she sent Michael to the compound? Fuck.
You should know, I've already chosen another body.
No!
Oh my god. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Davina, Davina, Davina. Please tell me it worked.
I have no idea.
We won't know until one of them wakes up. Fingers fucking crossed, guys. Got him out. It was Michael. For fuck's sake. Cammy?
I suddenly love that stupid name.
Oh, thank fuck for that. Is Rebecca in her body, though? Because if she's a vampire, surely she should have woken up by now.
I couldn't stop the spell.
Please tell me that your mother's dead.
Who knows?
Rebecca and I took extra precautions. Esther is exactly where she needs to be.
Interesting. Where? What do you mean we took extra precautions? Esther is exactly where she needs to be. Like they prepared another body for Esther to go into just in case? And like, I'm confused.
A word of advice. A witch as lovely as you has no business dating Cole.
Oh, it's not really a date.
You can do better.
The photo.
It is especially gratifying in times when treachery runs deep to know you have someone you can trust. A toast.
So
to you, my sister.
Yeah, so I assume what happened here was she told Klaus about Cole, but why is Cole talking about it in a good light? Unless he genuinely was just joking about the whole thing. Yep. Uh-oh. Rebecca!
Not gonna hurt my own sister. Didn't exactly prep Angela Barker either.
Oh?
Prepped someone else.
What?
Who? Where? Like, I'm assuming he's sending Rebecca somewhere, which is scaring me. Like, did he grab someone, lock them in a cage, and prepare them? So that he, like, has control over Rebecca? Like, what?
Locking them in the Dowager Folian cottage.
Oh.
Over the decades, it's become quite a catch-all for an assortment of odd birds of the witchy variety.
Oh, it's still used? I for a second there, I thought that he like just put someone in there.
You swear she's safe?
Perfectly. Since this is the best day I've had in the past 2 centuries, I've made a wish for you. Close your eyes.
Davina, you can't trust this man, my darling. I don't know why you're so... I know she's young, so I'm trying to keep that in mind, but like, you're being stupid, Davina. You should never go near this man. Okay.
Hello, Mother.
Oh my God, they turned her into a vampire. They turned her into a fucking vampire. Let me guess, the bottle of red. Did the bottle of red have some blood in it? If that's how they did this, then... Oh.
I've done what every good son does. I've followed the example of my parents.
Wow.
You must be feeling a little twitchy right about now. It's what happens when you're in transition.
Oh my God. Get fucked.
You see, you may have thought you were one step ahead of us, but the truth is Rebecca was 2 ahead of you.
And when am I happiest then, Mother?
The wine.
When you're doing as you're told.
Ah. Okay, so it was the wine, but they didn't add it early. She did it then. Okay.
It's a delicious irony. Because as you know, you cannot be both witch and vampire.
That is the best way to take down Esther. Holy fuck.
You can either be the thing you hate the most, or you can be dead.
That is... Sorry, guys. I'm just coming to terms with the complexities of that, because not only is that a fantastic way to get back at Esther by making her into a vampire against her will, the very thing that she did to them, but to also block her off from her magic, which is basically who she is. That's also amazing. But also, by making her a vampire, she now no longer has the magic to transfer bodies, to change the body that she's in, to alter the spell, to do any spell. Like, this is fantastic. She's fucked.
Your choice, which is more than you ever gave us.
Wow. It's so true. They did it all against their own will. Rebecca, where are you? I mean, we obviously know of the location, but...
Promise is a promise.
Wow, so he actually gave it back. I'm a bit surprised about that. I suppose his quarrel was with Rebecca's betrayal, so... Okay. She looks very familiar. Oh, she's in Legends of Tomorrow. What is this place, though? Is it like an actual mental hospital? Or do they just throw, like, mental witches in there, you know? Because he said that it's become a place of, like, odd witches and all that, which I assume is in reference to their mental state.
I'm Rebecca Michelson! Let me out! I'm Rebecca Michelson!
Oh, well... That's terrifying. I'm so sorry, Rebecca, but I'm very happy that her body has not been, like, White Oak staked, because fucking hell, if the actress was, like, confirmed out of the show, I would be pissed. So, fingers crossed this is just going to be a, like, for a few episodes thing, and then we manage to get her back in her body. So, yes, there we have Season 2, Episode 9 of the originals, and that was fantastic. I'm glad with how we've ended things, because it went a lot better than I expected it to go. Yes, Rebecca is in a... I don't know what it is, because the way that Cole described it, I'm taking it as, like, witches who were not quite there have just been, like, dumped in there, because I was thinking at first, like, oh, maybe it's like a hospital where they look after them, but if no one can get out, that doesn't really make sense, because then who are the nurses? And also the state of the house, in that it looked like a hoarder's house, like it looked completely in disrepair. It's like, yikes, I don't think that this is going to be a very positive environment. But is she alone in there? Because, like, she explored a lot of the house and there was no one there. So I'm a bit curious to find more about if there are any other members in there. Maybe there's just, like, 2 others and so it's not many and they were just, like, asleep or something. I don't know. But very excited to find out more about that and more about the people that are in it, you know. But, yes, in terms of the other parts of the episode, obviously, absolutely fantastic what Klaus did to Esther. That is quite possibly... the best way to get back at Esther for 2 reasons, like I discussed earlier. First reason being that just the way that she went completely against their own will, turned them into vampires, and then they had the audacity to say that they're monsters and to try and kill them, to then turn her into the very thing that she regrets the most. Fucking fantastic. And then to also cut her off from her magic, the one thing that defines Esther, the thing that makes Esther so powerful and so scary. Again, fucking fantastic. And then the second part of it is obviously that is the perfect loophole to her whole jumping bodies spell, because her soul can't leave a body that can't die, you know? And if she doesn't have the magic to do it, it is what it is. Now, the only thing that has me thinking that this might go wrong is that obviously if Michael has let Finn escape and is allowing Finn to be free and all of that, Finn is going to be able to get his mother back with magic. Now, does he know the spell? Is he powerful enough? I don't know, but there is definitely that possibility that he will be able to allow her to switch bodies. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how that goes on that front, because we currently don't know where Finn is or what Michael's doing. You know, like, was it even Michael himself that got Finn out, or was it a werewolf? I don't know, but very excited to find out more about that as well. Especially because we've never got a Finn and Michael moment. You know, we've never got those two interacting. So if we actually see them talking, and because Finn isn't a vampire, it's not like his dad's going to want to kill him and all of that. It's going to be very interesting to see that, you know? So yeah, now in terms of like the other points of the episode, obviously we had a moment between Hayley and Elijah, which was definitely along the lines of like goodbye sex, you know, like I've accepted what you've said. I've accepted that you're going to marry him. We both have we both know that there is no love there, but it has to happen because you have to do what you have to do to protect your daughter. So that's why I'm not really like against Hayley and Elijah getting together there, because like it's not like she's been in love with Jackson, they've been engaged and they get married, you know. It's a very unique circumstance. So I'm not annoyed at her for like cheating when she's not really cheating. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because like they're getting married but they're not together really. So it's kind of just all up in the air. That marriage is going to be a very weird one to see play out, because two people who don't really know that much about each other when it comes to like spending a life with each other. I'm intrigued to see how that's all going to go and whether their marriage is even going to work, because like it has to work for the spell to work and for the packs to get their abilities. But what if they just don't work as people? So very intrigued to see all of that. But I am sad that this is going to be the end of Hayley and Elijah, because I've really enjoyed them two together. I can safely say that I would much rather they be together than her be with Jackson, but what's done is done. It has to happen. But yeah, I am sad that they are ending, but it does open the doors for Elijah to perhaps find someone else. So fingers crossed we see him find happiness in the near future. But yes, anyway, with all that said, that was a fantastic episode. We got to meet up with, well, not we got to meet up. We saw Klaus and Hayley get to meet up with Rebecca and Hope. We got to see that family reunion. We got to see that picture of all of them together was so fucking cute. And I know they had to burn it, but at least they have that memory of that time together, you know? And I hope we see more stuff like this in the future. I hope we see more of Hope with everyone. And now that Rebecca's not there to look after her, I assume Hope is going to have to come home, or Elijah and Hayley are going to have to stay in looking after her. So fingers crossed we do get more Hope, because I feel like she really brings the mood up and makes everyone get to a good place, you know. So yes, anyway, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon, where you're able to find the early and uncut reactions to the originals and all the other shows that I do. Also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.